Okay, here is a practice test paper for possibly year 7, year 8. Um, Here are some questions on surface area and volume. Um, to start with, here is a cuboid. Work out the volume of the cuboid, state the units of your answer. Well, this is just going to be, and let's get our pen ready. So, oops, there we can draw, there we go. This is just going to be 12 length times width, which is 9 times height, which is 6, and that's going to give us 648 centimeter squared. That's the units of our answer. In part B, it says convert 3 meters squared to centimeter squared. Well, what we need to know is our smallest unit of metric measure, which is a millimeter, and then it's the centimeter, then to meters, and then to kilometers. And of course, when we're going from small to big, we always divide. And of course, millimeters to centimeters is 10, centimeters to meters is 100, and meters to kilometers is 1000. Now, when we're going the other way, we of course do the inverse, which is multiply. Now, change color here because it says 3 square meters. So we're going from meters to centimeters. And of course, what I need to do is to square all of my measures. So that's 10 squared, 100 squared, and 1000 squared. So 3 square meters to centimeters, 3 square meters to centimeter squared is equal to 3 times 100 squared. 3 times, whoops, change that, doesn't look like times. 3 times 100 squared times 100 squared, which is 4 zeros. So that's 3 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. And that's your answer for part B, 30,000. So yeah, that's better. It looks like a square now. So let's move on down the paper and see what we're going to come up with next. Shown below is a cylinder. Work out the surface area of the cylinder. Give your answer in terms of pi. Well, the surface area of a cylinder is given by a formula, which is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Where does it come from? Well, it comes from the net of a cylinder. If we open it up, we've got a circle at the top. We have a rectangle, it's just a sketch here, and another circle. And this circle, the area of this is going to be pi r squared, and the area of this one is also going to be pi r squared. So that's where our 2 lots of pi r squareds come from. And now the rectangular bit, yeah, that's better. The rectangular bit, well, this is your circumference, which is 2 pi r, and then this is the height h. So we substitute all the values in. Now, they've given us the diameter, so we need to only have half of that, so r must be equal to 10, which is half of d. So r is equal to 10, so we substitute it in our formula, so surface area is equal to 2 pi times 10 squared, which is our radius, plus again 2 pi times r, which is 10 times 12. And when you can do that on a calculator if you want, that's going to give you 200 pi plus 240 pi. So that gives you 200 pi plus 240 pi, which is of course equal to 440 pi. And that's the answer. And that's, yeah, 3 marks. That's nice. 440 pi, because it does say give your answer in terms of pi. Let's move on. Oh, solving linear equations. So we've got, using the juggling method, I'm going to take the minus 12 from the left hand side of the equal sign to the right hand side. So I've got 24 plus 12 is equal to 4x. Keep him on that side. So that gives me 4x, or 4 times a number, is equal to 36. Inverse of multiplication is division. 36 divided by 4, and that gives me 9. Don't like negative numbers? Okay, take the minus 3x from left hand side to right hand side, make it positive. Can't avoid negative numbers here, because I'm going to take the 30 from the right hand side to the left hand side, making it minus 30. That gives me minus 15 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3. That's minus 15 over 3 is equal to x, which means that x must be equal to minus 5. Now this x minus 1 is equal to, well, if this 5 is a divisor, it becomes a multiplier on the other side. So that's 5 times 3. So x minus 1 is equal to 15. Take the minus 1 from left hand side of the equal side to the right hand side, becomes plus 1, and x must be equal to 16. Now, unknowns on both sides. Get together all your x's. Take the minus 3x from right hand side of equal sign, change my side, change my sign. Again, the minus 7 on the left hand side to the right hand side, change my side, change my sign, means 9x is equal to, oh that's nice, 18. Now divide both sides by 9, 18 divided by 9, x must be equal to 2. And part E, we've got to get all our fractions. We've got x over 4 on the left hand side. I'll take the x over 6 from right hand side to left hand side, making it minus x over 6 is equal to 2/3. Treat it as a fractional problem, like you are going to subtract 1/4 minus a 1/6. You're going to make them equivalent fractions, no doubt. I know that most of you like to do that, so I'm going to make the denominators 12. So multiply by 3 what I do to the bottom, I do to the top, 3. And multiply the 6 by 2. What I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Rewrite out your equivalent fractions. So that's 3x over 12 minus 2x over 12 is equal to 2/3. That gives me x over 12 is equal to 2/3. Now, if it's a division on this side, it becomes a multiplier on the other. So I'll work up here, and that gives me, again I'll write it out, x over 12 is equal to 2/3. Well, that gives me x is equal to 12 times 2/3. You can multiply directly across and get 24 over 3, which is 8, or you can look for diagonal relationships and say, well, 3 is a factor of itself once, and 3 goes into 12 4 times. I end up with the problem 4 times 2, which is 8. And that's the answer for 2 marks. Forming and solving equations now. In triangle ABC, angle A is equal to x degrees, B is equal to 70, and C is 20 more than angle A. That little arrow at the top means angle. Form an equation and solve it to find x. Well, here's triangle A, B, and C. Let's just do that. And here's angle x degrees. And here's angle of 70 degrees. Yep. And here's the angle of 20 degrees more than angle A. Well, that's got to give you x plus 20. So I'll call that A, B, and C. Now, we know that the sum of the angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, so let's write that out. So I've got x plus 70 plus x plus 20 is equal to 180. Now, get together everything. 2x plus 90 equals 180. Oh, That's nice. That gives me 2x is equal to 180 take away 90. So 2x must be equal to 90. And x divide both sides by 2, 90 divided by 2, and x is equal to 45 degrees. And that's 3 marks. Bit of work, but we can get there. And that's it. We've got 10 minutes, and that's enough.